Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. So as you can see, I'm pretty barefaced, and that is because we have a very exciting new brand to talk about. It is Rare Beauty. If you do not know, that is Selena Gomez's beauty line that she just recently relaunched like a week or two ago. So it's brand spanking new. I went a little crazy and bought some stuff to try out, and I am so stinking excited. I don't think I was supposed to watch some other people's reviews on it, but I have seen a couple. The only two I've watched is Raw Beauty Christie and Kathleen Lights. And Kathleen Lights really liked everything, and Raw Beauty Christie was a little more on the fence, and I tend to agree more with Christie than Kathleen. We have more similar skin types and all of that. So we will see what I think. I am so excited to try it out. Before we hop into it, all I have done is my eyes, and if you are curious about what is on my eyes, I have the Natasha Denona Glam Palette and then the Life Cosmetics Liquid Lash Extensions Mascara. I have a whole tutorial and first impressions and swatches of this palette. I will link up in the eye for you. But other than that, today's video is going to be all about Rare Beauty, and I'm so excited to try this out. So if you are interested in hearing my thoughts, my opinions, watching me put all of it on my face, showing you in real time, then let's go ahead and get started. Now, I want to be 100% honest with you guys. When I first heard that Selena Gomez was releasing a beauty line and coming out with one, I was not excited. I just kind of assumed that it was another celebrity trying to come out with a beauty brand or a skincare line as kind of a cash grab. And I think that as a fan of Selena, like I like Selena. On an unrelated note, her Rare album, if you haven't listened to it, it's a banger. I love it. I like pretty much every single song on there. So just side note, if you haven't listened to it, highly recommend. But yeah, I'm a fan of Selena, and I still thought that. But upon further investigation, I have definitely changed my tune, and I have changed my mind on that. I was just looking up a bunch of research before this video. I highly doubt that I am your first Rare Beauty tutorial and review that you are watching, but just in case you are, I want to give you as much information as I can. So I was doing a bunch of research on the brand and looking at their website and reading their mission statement and all of that, and I really liked what I saw. I found this really awesome quote on there that I wanted to share with you guys, and it says that Rare Beauty is about breaking down unrealistic standards of perfection, which I think is a really powerful quote if you break that down. I myself am 5'1", and I have some curves to me, and I don't fit the standard definition of beauty created by Instagram and models and all of that. I don't fit it. But that's okay, because they go on to say this is makeup that you can feel good in without hiding what makes you unique. And I just think that that is a really awesome message to send out into the world, that you are unique in your own way and you're beautiful in your own way, and this is makeup that's going to enhance that and not hide it. And I just think that that's a really powerful message that needs to be sent out in the world by more brands and more celebrities. And it's just really awesome. Last thing I want to touch on before we start putting the products on my face and testing them out is all of the fundraising that this brand is doing. So they made a Rare Beauty Mental Health Council that is going to be donating to a bunch of different organizations like NAMI, the National Alliance of Mental Illness, the Trevor Project, and Sad Girls Club. I had only heard of the Trevor Project when I read that, but if you want to go on their website and look more into those organizations, they seem like really great organizations to support, and they are also donating 1% of all of their sales to the Rare Impact Fund, which I'm assuming is then going to fund that council. That's what I'm assuming. But yeah, 1% of their sales. When I read that at first, I was like, really? Only 1%? But that's way more than what a ton of other brands are doing. And I just think that that is a really awesome thing that Selena is doing, that's clearly really close to her heart. And mental health is such a illness in this country, and a lot of people suffer from it. The fact that she wants to help, I just think is amazing. Okay, we're gonna get into the makeup now. So the first thing that I purchased was their Always an Optimist Illuminating Primer. This says that it is a weightless universal gel primer enriched with ultra fine pearls for a lit from within glow. And I am here for the glowy skin. this is what it looks like. I think the packaging is so cute and just sleek. I ended up picking up the mini size, which retails for $14. The full size is $26. So this is the only thing that she offers in a mini size. I'm not really sure why she didn't offer any other products. Oh, it doesn't have a scent that I can smell. Just looks like this. Let me rub it between my fingers. There definitely is some illumination. It looks like really tiny glitter particles. You guys aren't gonna be able to see that, but let's put it on our face. It says it's a gel consistency. I definitely think it feels like that for sure. It feels nice on the skin. Doesn't feel like oily or greasy or anything. It just feels jelly slash lotiony. Okay, so it definitely did just give a really pretty glow to my face. Nothing crazy. It's not hydrating at all. I don't feel like my skin is hydrated right now, but it feels nice and it sank in nice and it doesn't feel like weird on the skin. And yeah, you definitely can see a little bit of a glow. I think I like that. Next up, I got the Liquid Touch Weightless Foundation. I ordered the shade 130N. It says it's a foundation elixir that feels barely there while building coverage and boosting your natural glow. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little nervous for this because I usually tend to go for more coverage, and this does say it's a medium to buildable full coverage, so we'll see if that claim is true because I got some things that I gotta cover up today, and this retails for $29. I opened it up yesterday when it came in the mail just to like look at it and smell it because I have to smell everything and kind of test it out on my hand to see if it would be a good match, which I think it's going to be, and it was super liquidy and just kind of like got everywhere, so I did not enjoy that. So hopefully that doesn't happen again today. I'm going to shake it up really well. Now, I didn't see this anywhere on her website, but I've seen this in other people's reviews that Selena designed this type of component to be really easy for people who struggle with opening things to open it easier, if that makes sense. I hope I explained that well enough, but I think that's really cool. I mean, if you don't know, Selena Gomez has lupus, and I was watching a video of her where she was showing her eyeliner that she released, and she was holding up like a compact and doing her eyeliner, and both her hands were just shaking the entire time. And I know I don't know her personally, but I wanted to give her a hug. So it comes with a big doe foot applicator, which I actually don't mind. I know some people don't like that. I don't mind a doe foot applicator, honestly. I don't mind being able to just swipe it on my face. I'm gonna go in sections because I don't know how fast this dries. We're just going to start blending it out. This is a really good color match for me. I was afraid it was gonna be a little too light, and then I saw some of my friends on Instagram swatching it who I know have similar skin tones to me, and I was like, ooh, okay, I think that's gonna be fine. And then it came in the mail yesterday, and I was like, yeah, I like it. Okay, yeah, I think that has quite a bit of coverage. That's just with one layer on my cheek, and it seems to be covering up like all that redness I had and the acne I have and stuff. And it's super thin. It's like a really thin consistency, but it seems to be adding like coverage regardless of the fact that it's so thin, which I really like that. It does seem to be drying pretty fast though. So I'm glad I'm going in sections and I didn't just stripe it all over my face. Seems to be blending out nicely and easily. It's not like getting patchy or clinging to dry patches or anything. I'm gonna add a little bit more just because you guys know I love lots of coverage. Okay, let's look up close. I actually really do think that I like this, and there is definitely a glow to my skin. I think it's a combination of the primer and the foundation together. This is so incredibly thin. I wish I could show you just how like liquidy it is. I don't know if you can tell like on the doe foot. Let me like swatch it on my hand really quickly if you can tell how like liquidy and thin it is. I don't think you can, but it is like so thin but has coverage. When I read on Sephora's website, when it was describing it, it said a weightless and barely there medium to full coverage with a natural finish, and I agree with all of that. I definitely agree with all of that. It does feel very weightless. I don't feel it on my skin at all. It blended in really nicely. It's not looking dry, which is so nice. I really struggle with foundations looking dry on me. And this wasn't even like a hydrating primer. So the fact that it's not looking dry on it with this kind of primer, and I didn't need a hydrating primer, is really great. I liked the coverage on the first amount. I didn't need to build it up. I just wanted to, but it covered up enough when I initially put it on. I am like really impressed by this. I'm really liking that. Next up, we're gonna try the Liquid Touch Brightening Concealer. I also got the shade 130N. I got it to match the foundation. It says it is a moisturizing, buildable concealer that melts seamlessly into the skin for an undetectable, cake-free coverage. I'm down with that. This retails for $19. That was something I was going to mention. I really think that these prices are very nice. I feel like with as big and as popular as Selena Gomez is, she could have definitely charged more for her items, and I think that the price point is really fair, and I'm really glad that she did that. Oh, I also wanted to mention that both of the foundation and concealers, she launched 48 shades. I think it's impressive when any brand can launch 48 shades of foundation and concealer, but especially a brand new brand. It shouldn't be impressive, it should be the norm, but sadly it's not. So this one, I applaud you, Selena. I applaud you. So we have the concealer. It is the same kind of component as the foundation, but this one is more of like a flat type of sphere at the top, and then this one was actually a dome like sphere, in case you were curious. Ooh, look at the wand. That's interesting. That's a really weird, I don't want to say weird, different shaped wand. I think I like it. Let's test this out. I feel like it almost took my foundation up on my chin and my nose. I don't know. Let's try it under the eyes. See if I like it better. I don't know how much of this you need. That might have been too much. Oh, yeah, that actually provides quite a bit of coverage. I'm impressed by that. It's blending out really nicely. It's not getting like clinging to anything or getting weird on my under eyes. It's not looking dry on my under eyes. I also struggle with that sometimes. And what I like about this is that even though this is 130N, so it's supposed to match the foundation, if you can tell, it is just like slightly lighter than the foundation, which I personally like that. I like a more brightening concealer, but it's not too much brighter to where it looks weird. And this again is a really good color match for me. I was afraid it would be a little light, and it's not. It is creasing a little bit under my eyes, if you can tell. I know it says cakeless, but I have under eye lines, so it doesn't matter what I use, it's gonna get in there, you know what I mean? But I'm liking this. I think it looks good. I am noticing that I can see my pores pretty prominently, so next time I use this foundation, I might go ahead and use like a pore filling primer on top of maybe this one, the illuminating primer. But other than that, I am really liking how my base looks. She did not release a bronzer in this launch, so I'm going to go use a cream bronzer and I will be right back. I am back and bronzed, and we use the Fenty Beauty cream bronzer, and I have the shade Butter Biscuit. I had one of her cream blushes in my cart that I was gung-ho and ready to buy, but then I saw that Sephora was offering a code to get a mini blush. So I took Joy out of my cart and I put the code in, and they meant mini. It's tiny. Look at this little baby thing. It is tiny, but that's okay. It was free, and it's gonna give me the chance to try out the formula so that way I know if I like it and if I want to purchase a full size. This is in the shade Grace, which is described as a matte bright rose mauve, and the full size retails for $20. So we're going to try out this today. Like, it is so tiny. Okay, I'm going to put a little bit on my hand. I have seen in other tutorials that these are very pigmented, so we're going to be careful. Tap it in there, tap off the excess, and then Yeah, that's definitely pigmented, but it's blending out nicely, I think. And I actually like this shade. I don't think that Grace is one that I would have picked up on my own, but because I got this little tiny code, I could try it out. It's like getting patchy, but that's because, I think that's because of my brush. And even though that this is a matte blush, you can still see that there is some glow to my skin because of the foundation and primer and all of that. So that's nice that even though she has matte blushes, that's the thing, she has matte and dewy blushes. This is just one of the matte ones that you can still see some of the glow underneath it, which I think is really nice. Yeah, I think that's really pretty. I'm gonna tone it down a little bit. I feel like I went a little heavy-handed. What a shock, I always do. But also these are really pigmented, so definitely be careful if you pick one of these up. But I think that that is really pretty. I think it blended out really nicely. It's a beautiful shade. This is it on my hand in case you wanted to see. I don't know why you would, but just in case. But yeah, I really, really like that. I would assume since it's so pigmented it wouldn't fade throughout the day. I'm not going to be testing that though because it is the evening. Normally I film on the weekends during the day and I wanted to get this review up for you as soon as possible, so I am filming on a weekday after work. So I cannot do a wear test, sorry. The next item that we have to test out is the Positive Light Liquid Luminizer. This is a silky second skin liquid highlight that creates a lasting lit from within glow. I'm here for that. I got the shade Enchant, which is the more pinky toned one. That's really pretty. I'm excited to try this out. Same like doe foot applicator. This retails for $22. So how I'm gonna apply it is I'm just gonna dot it on my cheeks and then blend it out with my Beaky blender. That's how I normally apply liquid highlights. First, let's wash it on the hand just to see. Yeah, she's pretty. Ooh, okay, okay. That is really, really pretty. You guys, I wasn't expecting to like these as much as I am. I'm not gonna lie, but I'm pleasantly surprised. And looking at this in the bottle, I thought that it might be a little too pink because it's pretty pink in the bottle. I don't know if you can tell, my lights are kind of washing it out, but it's not too pink on the cheeks at all. Yeah, that is really pretty. It looks like wet looking and there's no like shimmer particles in it, which I'm really glad about because I really don't like when highlights have shimmer or like glitter in it. And it doesn't dry too quickly to where you have to like rush, like it gives you time to blend it out, which is another thing I like. I've tried liquid highlights in the past that dry immediately as soon as it touches your skin and you have no time to blend it out and you're like, what do I do with this stripe of highlight on my face now? But this is not doing that. This is really, really pretty. It's not as like bam and blinding. It's a little bit more on the natural side, but I don't know, I don't mind that. With liquid highlights, I don't mind that. I think it's nice. I think it helps with like the wet effect of it and how it looks just more natural, and yeah. Oh, this is really pretty too. I'm liking everything. I went ahead and set under my eyes. I used my Too Faced Peach Perfect powder because I don't know about you, but my eye creases were driving me nuts. So I tapped them out and powdered them, and it looks pretty good. It looks slightly drying under my eyes now that I added powder, but that happens quite often, sadly. The last item we had to test out is the Always an Optimist 4-in-1 Mist. And this is a glow boosting mist that hydrates, primes, sets, and refreshes the skin. So this retails for $24 and it looks like this. Just a really simple, pretty bottle. I like it. So yeah, we're gonna give this a shot. It says to shake well. So. Okay, I think it's shook enough. Let's test out the mister. Oh, maybe. Ooh. Ooh. Ooh, that smells delicious. What does that smell like? Let's test it. It's not the finest mist in the world, but it's actually really nice. It's not fully dry, so we're just gonna tap it into our skin a little bit. Ooh, Ooh, I like that. That gave me like a really nice glow to my skin. It looks healthy. Yeah, I really like this too. I don't know why, but I didn't pick up a lip product by her. I actually do know why. It's because she only has liquid lipsticks, like matte liquid lipsticks, and then like shiny lipsticks. And I'm not a huge fan of liquid lipsticks. And the shiny lipsticks reminded me of like the Fenty Slip Shine Slip and Slide lipsticks, and I really don't reach for that one as much as I thought I was going to, so I didn't pick up a lip product. But I'm excited that if she ever releases bullet lipsticks or lip glosses, I will be all over it, and I will definitely want to check that out. So I just ended up putting my Ilia Only You Balmy Gloss Tinted Lip Oil stuff that I got in a recent Sephora order. So I just put that on. I thought it matched the blush really nicely. But here is the final look. I want to try to show you really up close what my skin looks like with the foundation and the concealer, the blush, the highlight, setting spray. I think you kind of already know my thoughts because I was kind of explaining them as I went, but I'll just go ahead and run down really quickly. So the primer, the illuminating primer, I liked it. I don't know if I'm going to keep reaching for this just because I feel like I could find similar products like this in my collection already, and drugstore dupes probably. It just was illuminating, which there's a lot of illuminating primers out there, so I don't know if I necessarily recommend this one. I didn't dislike it, but I don't know, I just don't think it's anything special. The foundation and concealer I love though. I absolutely love how it looks on my skin. I love how it blended in. I think that they're both really nice shade matches, really nice formulas. I cannot get over how thin this foundation is, but it still has a ton of coverage, I think, in my opinion. I barely had to build it up, and I really enjoy both of these a lot. The Little Baby blush, I think if I were to purchase a full size, I would purchase a dewy one versus a matte formula. I just think that this got a little tiny bit patchy on me, but I do think it was the brush I was using. But this shade, Grace, is really pretty on the skin. I don't need any more liquid blushes, so I actually don't think I'm going to pick up a full size of this, but I'm definitely going to use this little mini one up. And I do think it's really pretty. They're pigmented, so just be careful, but I do really enjoy this. The liquid highlight, I think it's beautiful. I think it's a really nice, natural, gorgeous, wet looking glow to my skin, and this enchant color is stunning. And then last we have the setting spray. I really enjoyed this. It felt nice on the skin. The mister was nice and fine. It smells good. It dried nicely. It didn't have like water droplets or anything anywhere, and it gave my skin just a really nice, pretty glow. So yeah, all in all, I'm pretty impressed by this brand. There's definitely some things that I'm not totally shocked, wowed, and like head over heels in love with, but I liked everything. And the winners, the standout products are definitely the foundation and concealer to me, especially the foundation. If I had to pick one standout product, I think it would be the foundation. I am so excited to see what else Selena comes out with this brand. I hope she comes out with a cream or liquid bronzer to match so you can have almost a full face. And like I said earlier, bullet lipsticks or lip glosses I think would be really nice. So far, I'm pretty impressed, not gonna lie. So that was it, you guys. That was my first impressions and tutorial trying the new Rare Beauty products by Selena Gomez. I hope this was really fun for you. I hope it helped you out if you were possibly planning on picking anything up from this brand. I hope this review kind of helped you decide if you wanted to or not. Let me know down below in the comments if you have picked anything up from this brand and what you think about it, and if you liked them as much as I did. If you made it to the end of the video, thank you so much. You're awesome and I love you. Please subscribe if you have not yet, and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye guys.